Hey, I'm Jerry Miculek, and I'd like to introduce something new at Miculek.com. This is going to be called the first person shooting. And what we're going to do is go to competitions. What we're trying to do, guys, is give you the insight on what we see as a competitor on a stage of fire. So I'm going to put a head cam on, get on the line, run the stages at the match for time and score, just like I would. This is going to be real footage, so this is actually my match runs that you're going to see. So it's going to be pretty exciting for you. It's going to be pretty fast-paced for me. I have to watch what I'm doing. But anyway, what we're going to show you is the actual head cam footage, and on the bottom right on the screen is going to be the round counts for the different guns. If it's a multi-gun stage, it'll have what rounds you need per gun. 3 guns, well, whatever rounds it is to satisfy the course requirements. So this first footage we're going to do is from the Fallen Brethren back in October 6th at Jacksonboro, Texas. This was stage 6, and it's a field course. It's going to have 16 rifle targets and 12 handgun targets, and it has a lot of motion in it, so it's called a field course. You have to engage targets on the run. There's multiple handgun and multiple rifle targets, so it's a good field course to get started on, and I think you'll enjoy it. As you can see from the footage, the start of the stage was you were standing static and you had guards posted along the bridge. So you had 5 or 6 rifle targets to engage pretty much flat-footed. So what I wanted to do there was to just make one shot, one target. I didn't want to get the rattle battle hitting and missing. So I wanted to have good shot control per target on the bridge guards. And then also the bridge, you noticed, was kind of narrow and long. I wanted to be sure not to rake off any equipment or drag anything along that rope and drop equipment into the water there. And of course, if you've lost that equipment there, there's no way to retrieve it. So I wanted to try to run as fast as I can on that bridge without it bouncing. So I had to kind of run long and light so I wouldn't bounce the bridge and drop any equipment. Then when I got into the woods again, I had to remember there was 2 rifle targets on the right. Those 2 paper targets needed only 1 center hit, but some of the targets were actually hidden by a no-shoot, so I just went ahead and popped them twice apiece with what I could see. It took a little bit of time, but the value there was that I didn't really have to watch the sight all that well. Just had to put 2 shots on the paper anywhere, and that satisfied the course requirement on the paper. And then we ran to the wall. You notice when I mounted my gun on the first position, it wasn't in the right shooting position. In the walkthrough, you can play with the props, but it's not the same as actually having a firearm in your hand. So you notice when I took my first position, it wasn't right, so I had to correct it real quickly and get into the zone there on the rifle targets. And some of those were out to about 200 yards. And after you've been running a little bit like that and you're kind of winded, you really have to go back to technique, come into the target, stop the gun, read your sight, prep the trigger, make the shot, move to the next one, move to the next one. You can see that the RO was calling hits. A lot of the matches, the ROs or the range officers there will not call hits or misses, but at this match they did. So it made it a little bit easier on me. I didn't have to really pay quite that much attention to the actual firing and then ringing of the target. He would call it for me. So I just tried to stay as fast as I could, reading the sights, go ahead and applying myself to the targets as fast as I can. Took the rifle. You notice when I was running up to the dump drum where I was going to place the firearm that I was leaving, safety has to be on, guys. So I did a visual on the safety as it was going into the drum to make sure that the rifle was on safe when I left it at the firing position. Drew the handgun. You notice that the handgun targets were rather small. So what I had to do right there is go ahead and catch a little air and start prepping the trigger. Last thing you want to do is find yourself getting in a hurry with the pistol on these small targets and start slapping the trigger. There's a lot of air around that target and there's very little target, so I wanted to take my time and prep it and just make the shots. Of course, the range officer there again was calling hits and misses, so it was kind of fast paced, and I was able to run through the handgun steel pretty consistent there. Had a good finish. I think the total time was somewhere 51-second run or something like that, which wasn't bad for the open division. So I was pretty happy with the stage. It was a fun stage, and that's just give you an idea what it looks like to be the competitor. Hey guys, I'd like for you to subscribe to Miculek.com, like us on Facebook. We'll keep you posted. We're going to be going to SHOT Show next week, so we ought to have a lot of exciting footage from there. So keep yourself posted, and we'll try to bring you what we can from SHOT Show.